guys, welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we will be looking at the British pound US dollar and also the British pound Japanese yen. But before we get started, I want you guys to go visit my website. There is, I've updated the COT reports, which we will also be using in the analysis that I'm going to be doing today. It's updated, so go to the resource section and go download it for your own use, and there's also the other pairs or other currencies that you can look at. There's also some nice videos on there for guys that's starting out in trading. You can go to the video category and then just select on and it will take you to the videos. Just go look at my preferred brokers as well, the preferred broker section, and there's also some just go have a look and it explains to you about A-book brokers and all that kind of cool stuff. So let's get stuck into it. British pound US dollar. On a monthly time frame, what we can see is that price went down to go and tap, or it actually went down. It didn't break this support area that we're looking at here. It's a nice big support area. I can actually just draw it a little bit smaller and expand the chart. There we go. So let's just make it like that. So price came down very nicely this month. Went past the support area, but it retracted nicely as well. So basically it has not broken this support area. So this is, I mean, patience, guys. Don't just, well, I don't know if any of you place trades on the monthly time frame, but I mean, if you could look at the monthly, and if you were one of those guys that traded on the monthly time frame, you know, you would have seen price go down here and people would enter because, oh, the price had broken this support. But look at how the price retracted. So never enter a trade unless the candle is closed and confirm that break in trend or support or resistance. So currently we're seeing that price retracted, did not break that area. So once it breaks, we will be waiting for a retest and then for a nice long buy to the long sell. Sorry guys, long sell to the downside. So let's go to the weekly time frame. So again, we're waiting for that break in support. On the weekly time frame, let me just make it so I can move my chart. There we go. And on a weekly time frame, we can see this area over here. There we go. Let's just draw it like that. Okay. So this is the area of support that I am looking at. Okay. So we can see that price came down. It broke that area and it did make it retraction, or it did pull back a bit. So what we see is we want price to break this area before it moves to the downside. So it will break, retest, move down. But also now, if you look at it over here, this is an area where guys placed their buys basically. So in this area, we're expecting them to have their sell stops and then basically the liquidity in the market. So what we see here is the price came down nicely, and it tapped that liquidity. So on a weekly time frame, we might say that price is going to be heading up because it tapped that liquidity. So now it tells you that, you know, the guys tapped it out. So let's look, price is going to be start heading up. So this is now, again, we need more confirmation. We can't just go, okay, cool, now we're going to place our buys coming week. No, guys, wait. Go down to the smaller time frames, the lower time frames, because I'll show you now. So monthly time frame, we want it to break for a nice sell. On a weekly, we also want it to break for a nice sell, but we see this liquidity being tapped. So what's happening on the daily time frame? So on the daily time frame, and let's just expand it a bit. There we go. On a daily time frame, we can see this area over here. There we go. Right there. That was a nice area of support. Price did not break through it. Eventually price came down, broke through it, and now it's retesting that support. Okay, So we can see if we take our Fibonacci from the high to the low, we can also see that price came down, broke that support, came back, retested that support area, retested nicely to the 62%. So now what we're looking at is we're looking at a nice sell. So that is what I'm saying, guys. Just confirmation, go down to the lower time frames. On the higher time frame, it looked like, liquidity was taken out. Yes. But on the lower time frame, it's a different story. So you can see this trend going down. Price is in a bearish movement at the moment. So it's a downtrend. And to give even more confirmation, let's go to the COT reports, commitment of traders. And on commitment of traders, you can see that the net position, so a lot of shorts have been placed in the market by the big banks and the institutes, hedge funds and those guys, the guys that's driving the market. So you can see the net position it went from 21,900, basically, well, you can actually see it here from 32,000, and it went down and down, and it's sitting on a negative 3,000 now. So that's more confirmation that price, for me, is confirmation that price is going to be heading down. So again, monthly time frame, we're looking for price to break that resistance. Weekly time frame, we saw the price came, broke it, retracted, basically tapping out the liquidity. On a daily time frame, we can see this downtrend that the pound is in, and we can see it broke this resistance of the support area, came back to test it, and went to the downside. So this week I will be going down onto my 4 hours, 1 hours, and especially from Monday, and see if we can have a nice entry for a nice sell that can go down, and also following following this downtrend. Okay, that's it for GBP/USD. Let's go to the pound. There we go. Before we go to the daily, let's just first have a look at what the monthly is doing. Okay. So on a monthly basis for the pound Japanese yen, we can also see that this area here was a nice area of support. Okay, we can see that. Price came down, retracted again. Same as what happened in GU. So what I am wanting to see is if we have to pull our Fibonacci out from the low to the high. I first want to see price breaking this area of support that it is in, and then heading down to the 62% at least. So once it breaks here, I'll be selling all the way to the 62%, because you can see at this area, well, there's a lot of support, but I'm actually looking at, there we go. So you can see there, that's the area that I'm interested in. So once price breaks this area over here, I'm going to be looking at a sell all the way down to that side. So let's go to the weekly time frame. So what do we see on the weekly time frame? Again, same scenario as in GU. Let's expand it a bit. So what we see is price came, there was this nice area of support. Price came down, broke that support, retracted quickly. Again, yeah, this is the area. That's the area of liquidity in the market for these buys. What did price do? Came and tapped that liquidity on a weekly time frame. Tapped into it. So what do we think? Okay, cool. If you follow that price action, it needs to go up. But again, price action is not just about one time frame. Don't just do price action or look at price at one time frame. That is why I analyze from the monthly all the way to the daily. For you guys, I even go down 4 hour, 1 hour for myself. So that's what you need to do, guys. Daily time frame, what we can see is this nice trend line. My previous analysis on this, I drew this trend line and I said price is going to be heading down to this bottom, and look at that, it tapped it, forming this bottom trend line for a nice little second touch of this bottom trend line, confirming it, making it a strong trend line. We have the strong trend line at the top here with multiple touches, 1, 2, 3, fourth now. So now on the fourth one, what will happen? So we're looking at price touching it here. So what is going to be the next move? Will price break this area, this trend line, come back to retest, and then head to the upside? Because if that is the case, I will definitely be waiting until price actually comes and retests this this trend line over here. Because you can also see the reason we're saying always retest. I mean, there will be your support and resistance area. Because let's say price did break that area, so price will break the resistance, come down to retest it as support, and then you enter your buy. That is the reason we always say wait for the break and retest, especially trend lines, because there is multiple confluences to that scenario. So, but then again, and this is the other scenario, obviously, that price might just follow suit, act as trend line, acting as a strong trend line, so we might see price heading down again after touching this. So let's go look, more confirmation. What does the COT reports tell us? So we know now that the British pound is weakening. So basically we saw this big push to the upside, and now we're seeing that there's a lot of sells being placed or put in the market. We look at the Japanese yen. So the Japanese yen, you could see it weakening, but slowly but surely it's strengthening. It went from a negative 69,000 to a negative 55,000 now. So which means it's strengthening a little bit. So we can see it pushing a little bit. So because of that big amount of sell orders that was put in the market, that this will be my scenario for this coming week. So at that point, we will be looking at a nice sell drilling down. So we'll see on a 4 hour and a 1 hour what price does on that trend line. So guys, that is all from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. I hope it makes sense. Go back to my previous analysis. You can see that, this is the way that I analyze my charts. I mean, this is just my view on it. I mean, you guys might have a different view. Comment in the comment section if you see another view on your charts. It would be nice to see that. If you've got any queries, go to my website or go to one of my links, Telegram links in that, and come chat with me. See if I can help you if you're struggling with anything else. Again, guys, just like this video, just subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. There's more analysis coming your way, and I'm also in the process of making some nice videos on nice new strategies and some more price action videos. So guys, I hope you are having a wonderful weekend, and please stay safe, and happy trading, guys.